Bonjour and welcome to the Tarot of Claude. Today I'm going to be doing your mid-month reading for October for the sign of Aquarius, and the energies will resonate until the end of the month. I'm going to draw 2 oracle cards from a deck, and then I'll delve into the message in more depth with my tarot deck. I hope you're doing well. Let's see what energies we have for you for the second half of October. The first energy is rooted, and it reads, "May you never tear the living ritual that is magic merged within the roots of your being, the soil of your soul." The second one is transformation, and it reads, "Like 1,000 storms held in hands, soft against the winds, there is change arising from deep within." Okay. Card 34 talks about being grounded. Sometimes we feel like not safe, and that lack of security often comes from a unbalanced root chakra, and you need to ground yourself so that you can basically develop on a spiritual level, emotional, and also in the physical world. Very often I find that going on walks in a forest or in a park help me ground. I feel better in nature than I do in town, and I live in town. So when I start feeling insecure or anything of the kind, you know, I start having doubts and I'm not quite sure where I'm going, I go on a walk in nature, and I find that it helps me a lot. So this is what this card is about for this month, well, the half of the month. And the second one is about transformation. I hope you can see the card. I think it's really beautiful. This is talking about a significant shift, manifestation that's about to surface. And so I believe these two energies are intimately linked. If you ground yourself, you will be ready for what's about to manifest in your life, because it's going to be a significant shift. And obviously I'm going to use the tarot deck to have a look at that, but you will need to be grounded to fully appreciate it. If you look at the numerical aspect of it, rooted is at 34, so 3 plus 4, 7. 7 is a highly spiritual number. And then transformation, 3 plus 9 equals 12, so it reduces to a 3, which is a period of growth, illustrated by the manifestation and transformation happening. So let's have a look in a little bit more depth for you. Okay, let me move this deck over there. Alright, so your first energy, my whole deck is inverted, Ace of Swords. Second is the 6 of Swords, and the third is the 2 of Cups. Transformation, 3 of Swords, the Chariot, and the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So you've got the Ace of Swords. Swords has to do with the thoughts, truth, the intellect, and the Ace of Swords can represent several things. It can describe a sharpness of mind. It can also be a conclusive decision, it can show ambition, and it can represent a victory. I personally think the message I'm getting from this is that you need to ground yourself so that you can have the sharpness of mind, the clarity that you need, the epiphany moment, if you see, to make any movement or any decision that need to happen. Because the Six of Swords indicates that you have overcome some challenges. It's not been easy, and you are trying to move forward with the lessons that you've learned, which are represented by the swords that are coming with you, and you're trying to move to calmer waters. Basically, this is what you're trying to achieve. And the Two of Cups represents relationships, partnerships of any kind. It could be obviously a love relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a partnership within work. Obviously this is a general reading, it's not going to I can't give you very specific answers for that, because you all have different lives. But this is what it's talking about. So it's to do with a partnership or a relationship. And you need to ground yourself in order to be able to make a clear decision, have a sharpness of mind that's going to move you forward. You know, obviously bearing in mind the lessons that you've learned, because you've overcome some significant challenges. The second pile you have is the Three of Swords, Major Arcana number 7, the Chariot, and the Seven of Pentacles. So if we start with the Three of Swords, now in the Rider-Waite deck, and this is an inspired deck by the Rider-Waite, sorry, it's always a heart with 3 swords, and it implies heartbreak, which as a Tarot de Marseille reader, I don't see this card like this. 3 is a number of growth, expansion, and the swords are everything to do with your intellect, your thoughts and truth. So it's talking about a growth with having the facts, basically. So you're moving forward with this. It may not have been pleasant, because sometimes the facts or the truths that you hear are not pleasant, but you have the facts and you're moving forward, you're growing in that respect. And this is evidenced by the 2 next cards, because you go from 3 to 7, and both of them are 7. So 7 is an important number for you, because you also have it here in the rooted card. When I said 3 and 4 is 7, it's a highly spiritual number, so you may want to look up the meaning of 7, if you feel like you should. The Chariot is a very good card, because it's a victory after a long, hard battle. Sometimes it talks about relocating, trips, this kind of thing, but I'm thinking this is to do with something much more personal, and it's to do with relationships because of the Two of Cups. And then the Seven of Pentacles. Now 7, aside from being a highly spiritual number, is the number of experience. And so you've planted your seeds, and now you are looking back on the experience and you're assessing. So you're in that period of assessment, and with that comes acceptance. And so I think that what this is trying to say is that this is, as I said, to do with relationships, and you are going to be victorious. It's not been easy. You've learnt lessons from the past, which is represented and reflected in the Six of Swords, but you're gonna have victory over this, and you're gonna be much wiser for it, having had all of this experience under your belt. So I feel that you're gonna experience a positive evolution of a relationship within the next 2 weeks. It's going to manifest into your life. And the Chariot also has an element of speed, so it may happen quite quickly, and I get the feeling that you're going to be happy with it. You're going to feel much more settled, but please don't forget to ground yourself so that you can have clarity of mind to make the right choices. remember that at the end of the day we all have free will, and these are just energies, but I see something very positive coming from you doing the work, grounding yourself so that you're capable of making the right decisions related to a relationship, and it will continue to grow. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey through the cards with me. I also offer daily readings, so if you've enjoyed this, please check out my daily readings. They're slightly longer because I use a spread that goes in more depth. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I hope to see you again soon. Until next time, au revoir.